Hello and welcome to Storm's Crown. This is your boy Haxyn and we're just going to go on and play by play. First of all, you need to make sure you've got 2 light parties. Typical 1 tank, 1 healer, 2 DPS in each. You're going to have your clock spots, which you want to make sure that your tanks and healers are on cardinal spots. We'll get to that later. The first attack she does is a void arrow, which she just does an AoE. Savage Barbary, if you've done normal, you will see that she either does an AoE or a slice. If her sword is above her head like that, it will be a slice. Then you will also notice she will hook onto her sword. If she is down on the ground ready to pounce, that means she's going to jump towards it. If she's like she is now, she will just stay here. So the reason we have our 2 light parties right now is because she's going to do a big AoE on both sides. We also had to be in. She'll do another Savage Barbary, which was always the opposite of what she did before. So this time it'll be in, and then we'll have to go towards the sword, and we'll have to form a line sort of. But what we do is we form a line and we have our ranged and our tanks usually disappear, but on this one we had it so the melee DPS moved. But usually it is the tank that moves towards the middle. Same with the ranged DPS, and the healers just stand still basically. Same with the tanks, they would just stand still. And here a tank buster goes off. The tank buster needs to be tank swapped, so you will just taunt off. She will do an AoE afterwards. There's a lot of damage going out on this. On this you will notice that we don't necessarily have usual markers. So as you see, I get no mark, but the other side gets a blue mark. You will need to go and stand with your other person. Sorry. We do this between 4 and 2, while the big AoE stand between 1 and 3, always towards the marker. After big AoE, it's not too bad so far, but she does do a lot of damage, a lot of AoEs. It's a nice fight. At this point she would probably transition in normal, but right now she's doing some big AoEs. Yep, so this is transition. We just do a lot of mitigation. I use my hollows, the paladin uses his wings, things like that. Does a decent amount of damage. And then what is going to happen is tanks and healers will get tethered. This is where we use our clock spots. We stand in our clock spots, we wait till we see that orange and dodge. I personally just decide to take it because I know I'm going to survive and it's fine. At this point, 1 of 2 tanks will get a marker on the head. They just invuln it. We're all stuck in the middle. Bait these 2 AoEs. Then we will go to our clock spots, which we assigned at the start. I went a little bit early, but it's okay. Once this goes off, the tanks and healers will get blue, and what should happen is the DPS should go clockwise and stack in the blue, which will cause us to be fine. The DPS will now get the line markers. They just go to the clock spot and dodge. We'll all stack up after this to get ready for the next part, because I believe she slams the ground. Yes, she slams the ground. This is heavy mitigation that you will need. If you have a Sage Panheimer, it's fine. Afterwards, you're going to run around the boss, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Remember, 4 times is challenge for later when you have to stack. Now we all stack on south. The tanks will go north, east and northwest, or whatever you decide. Get knocked back, big AoE, then we'll continue. And again, this time it's tanks and heat. Well, I think it's DPS, I'm not sure. I think it's random who it can go on, but that's fine. We all get tethered. You want to be with your partner left or right, dodging these I'm going to call them destruction discs. Yeah, let's go with destruction discs. They will knock you in the air if you get hit, so obviously you want to dodge. And with these blue circles, you want to be going to the right and left sides and being with any partner. It doesn't matter, as long as you're, you know, sucking them up. Again, that was a big AOE, so a lot of mitigation needs to be happening. The second one is actually a lot harder because if you have a Sage like I am and you do not have Panheimer for the second one, there's a lot of continuous AOE damage. Let's see what's coming up next. Another AOE. This looks more complicated than it is, but if you have the markers, you just go to the colour of your marker. There is the green ones do go to yellow, I believe. So you just want to be on each side of these cones. The cones will go off, and then a protein wave will go off. You just need to be basically like I am here. You just need to be left and right. Her sword's in the air. She's going to slice. Then she's going to go underneath. And then what is it next? Okay, she's going to... Okay, she's going to stay. We get into our teams. We just do big mitigations, Zoe, blah blah blah, whatever. Big AoEs again. Tank buster, so it's going to be a tank swap. Most likely followed by a big AoE. There's a lot of AoE going on, and if you have to res people, it can be a pain in the ass. It's PlayStation again, so blues to blue, blah blah blah. This time you're going to have blue stacks as well. We create a line, so we just create a line, as I said, and then everything goes off. Boom. That's the hardest part of the fight. She'll now do the opposite of what she did before. So this time it will be in, and we'll have to jump towards a sword. I believe that's what she does. Yes, she jumps towards a sword. We have to watch out for each other. Like I said earlier, the ranged and the DPS is just going to move. Everything's fine. Go back to the middle. And it's basically a repeat of what we just did. The fight isn't too demanding on damage. We seen it with 20 people die before, or 20 deaths, not 20 people, but you know what I mean. A lot of AoE goes out, but you can recover quite quickly, and it's not that draining of a fight. Again, it's just doing an AoE. She goes back into her melee form, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but a hair form. This is Bayonetta. Tanks and healers, they go to their marks, they dodge the thing. Again, I failed to dodge, but I don't care because I will just out heal it. Big AoE coming out, Panheimer, no problem. What is next? Trying to remember this off the top of my head as we go, because this is a play-by-play as what I always do. 1, 2, 3, 4, then we will all stack in the middle, and then we will go towards our clock markers. Same as what we did in phase 1, I believe it was, except this time we had to kind of dodge a little bit more. Dodge all of these beams, she'll go back in the middle. We would generally stack here after these go off. We would generally all stack on top of each other, and we'll bait the AoEs that go off after the beams. I believe it's after the beams, but so far, like I said, it's just a copy of what we're doing. I had to do a limit break here. I love this limit break. I don't get to use it that often, but I do love it. So now we would all stack on each other, baiting these like AoEs and dodging the destruction discs. Just dodge, dodge, dodge. That's a shared tank buster, but if you have invuln, then you can invuln it. They share it this time, which is fine. Dodge the destruction discs. It should die soon. Dodge this. Do 2 patterns. Boom, boom. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Dodge again. We would all stack on top of each other here at the edge, because this time you will not get knocked back. The tanks are north side. Just AoE and it's dead. That's it. Job done. Have a nice fight, and I'm out. Peace.